Well, well. Look at what the cat dragged in. I meant that as a compliment, you know. Where would the modern woman be if she didn't have a loyal pet by her side after all? Disgraced, publicly humiliated, even. I just feel so lucky to have finally discovered mine. I mean, lab partners by mere chance. Oh, honey, chance doesn't exist in this world. Not on your life. And not on mine. Luck is simply the irrational person's way of processing what the rational person may understand as a complex amount of varied actions spread across differing circumstances with a potential of hundreds of different factors. But luck can be influenced. Luck can be in flux. Luck can be controlled. Luck might as well be magic, really. Luck, chance, fortune, coincidence, serendipity, destiny. Oh, it must be such a sad world to live in, where you're tossed around by these forces outside of your control like a little sailboat in a raging ocean. It only makes sense for so many to drown. But, you know, you don't have to live like that for much longer. So long as you stick by me. I have, well, I know this is going to sound weird. I know that everything I've said has sounded weird up to now, if I'm being perfectly transparent. I'm not trying to be, not on, well, a little on purpose, but everything I say is spoken through a deep haze of smoke and funhouse mirrors. Because even the way I think exists in that same space. Being overt is something that's earned rather than granted within a few minutes of clarity each and every day when the fog finally clears and I can see. Really see. It's a confusing and disorienting way to live. I wish I felt like myself again in some ways, but I can't deny what I've been given all the same, and I refuse to let it be taken from me. Maybe I've been blinded, maybe I can finally see, just because I can roll the dice in my favor. Doesn't mean I know what that would even mean, or how that would truly practically apply. Again, in terms of practicality exclusively. But in the swirling fog and haze and the smoke, there was always a vision, a concise vision, something I could latch onto and witness. I become good at witnessing, at standing in one place as the world passes me by and staring into the middle distance, seeing the visions of something not yet there, but something that is coming, something that'll soon be here but isn't. What do you call a bad miracle? What do you call a good omen? The signs are scrawled on these damp walls, and I can't help but weep in the hopes of clouding my vision and blinding my eyes for a moment's peace. Joan of Arc wishes she had the foresight I have, and yet I feel like she's the only one who could ever understand what I'm going on about. Imagine being so out of step with everybody's sensibilities that you're left to assume that you're not just out of your mind, but out of your time, out of place in ways that can't even really be explained. Surely now you must understand where I'm coming from when I say that seeing you is like being granted the chance to see, to really witness something that isn't a blur, something that isn't a fog, something that isn't a simple, nostalgic vision of a future that's yet to be. Because the future isn't now, and it couldn't be more within the grasp of the present if it tried. And that present is you. 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 You're all that I've been able to see all this time, and now that my vision has cleared, I see nothing more than a candle in the mirror. I know what all this is. I know what reality is, what my future holds, what our future could hold. Ugh. You know, I'm not just your ordinary wallflower, you know. The sort that's built their intricate root system in the crevices of classrooms. The sort that eats bugs. Every school has at least one kid who will eat a bug without any sort of prompting, you know. But that kid is not me. I'm more of a, well, what other beast of a modern woman do you know in this world clouds her mind by choice in the hopes of seeing the future with a feline at her side? I can give you a few minutes if you really need the time to consider it. But fate is slipping past you, and so is the class period, incidentally enough. Which, that's right. You can say it. I won't get offended. It's what I am. A witch. A clairvoyant witch, if you really want to get specific with it. I can see the future, as well as certain paths the future might take if I'm especially involved. But I don't need a horoscope to say that you need to join my coven. As if it wasn't that, it's basically the coolest club on the block. You don't have the notes you need to pass the chemistry test on Friday because you spent the whole class hour talking to me. What an unfortunate predicament for you! If only there was some way to, oh, I don't know, by chance divine a beautiful future. For not only you know what you need to study, but you know every single answer without having to even worry about getting caught. If only there was a chance for you to do such a thing. I know what I said when I said there was no such thing as chance in this world, dear. But you can just call me Clove, which is an insult for shrews when context isn't provided. Clove, like clover indeed. Who knows? Stay on my good side with a face like that, and maybe I'll be lucky for you. Your future in the craft looks very promising.